I started doing websites, I promised to show my mistakes as well as the things that I did right. While I was able to avoid crashing the Lysander, it got close, and you'll see that in this video. It was my mistake, and I've learned from it. With any kind of luck, part 2 of the Lysander Maiden videos will be a whole bunch better. We actually caught a pretty good day for this Maiden, so none of this can be blamed on the weather. It got a little windy at times, but the Lysander handled that well. I just want to warn you that what you're about to see isn't the end of the Lysander. It was close, but I saved it. I'll play this again slowed down, but what happens starts as soon as it starts to leave the ground. I spent the last 40 years learning to react quickly and to use wide open throws, and both of those saved me. Of course, I'm assuming that slapping the right wing on the ground as you take off isn't supposed to happen. And right now I'm holding a whole bunch of left aileron and rudder. As the right wing touches down, you can see the left aileron is standing up. As it climbs out, you can see that the left aileron is fully deployed a couple of times. Another thing that helped save the Lysander was the DA60 that literally just jerked this thing off of the ground and got it up in the air. I was afraid it was going to stall, but it didn't. Another good thing is that a friend of mine, Richie, was at the field, and he came over and pushed a bunch of left aileron trim in it while I was holding a bunch of left aileron. We had used up all of the left aileron trim, and I was still holding a good bit of left aileron and some left rudder, so it was time to think about trying to get this thing on the ground without wrecking it all together. Landing any new airplane can get exciting. Landing a brand new airplane that you haven't landed and you know is in big trouble is a whole nother story. The Lysander has flaps, and I thought about putting them down, but I ruled that out and thought I'd just shoot a couple approaches to the field and see what it felt like. This is that first approach, and I actually started out higher because I wasn't planning on landing it. I was just wanting to see what it handled like when I got it down. But it started to slow down, and I had pretty much control of it even though I was holding left aileron. So I went ahead and let it come down on the ground. A lot faster than we wanted, but it was down. And then it got in the thick grass and flipped up, but it didn't hurt anything. Dennis, another friend, tweaked the struts to try and get the wing twisted back the right way, and we left some aileron trim in it, and right here it's flying hands off. It had a little bit of right to it, but not bad. Even though the Lysander was flying with one flap down a little bit, a bunch of left aileron cranked in, and a little bit of rudder, it was actually flying pretty decent. I knew I had a bunch of work to do yet, but it was fun because the Lysander actually flies great, even all messed up like this. This time with the flaps down, I was able to get a better landing out of it, though it was a little faster because I was afraid of it stalling because it was so far out of trim. But it handles great at lower speeds, and then when I turned it, it stalled. But that's not a problem. Watch for part 2 of this Maiden.